We are live. We are officially up and going. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Hi, everybody. Good to see you all connected here from around the world. I've got some of my friends connected from around the world, and we are streaming on a bunch of different platforms, a bunch of different Facebook platforms, also on YouTube. And we are going to train your butts off on how to become a recruiting machine. I've got some of my most prolific recruiting friends here in attendance that are going to share some of their secrets with you. And we're going to spend, I'm guessing, about 90 minutes on how you can become a recruiting machine. Now, most of you who are watching this know about the free 7-day GoPro recruiting challenge that starts November 11th. 1 week from today, depending on whether you're watching live or replay, 1 week from today, November 11th through the 17th, we are hosting the largest recruiting challenge in network marketing history. And there's over 100,000 people already a part of this challenge. And we expect that to grow 3, 4, 5 times over the course of the next 7 days. But this training today is designed to help you prepare. We called it a recruiting multiplier because what I've learned a few things. First of all, I've learned that if you want to get something done big, create a project. And sometimes the shorter term the project, the bigger the results. So we've talked about a 90-day game plan, to change your life. There's how to recruit 20 people in 30 days, those different types of things. You can get so much more done when there's a short-term project with excitement and encouragement, momentum. There's a beginning, middle, and an end. And that's kind of the theory behind what we wanted to do in this 7-day recruiting challenge. Here's the vision of it. The vision of it is, what if we could get everybody in the world in network marketing to join a simple, free 7-day challenge, and during 7 days, help them experience a recruiting breakthrough? What would happen? Wouldn't that be cool if we all did this together, that we could all go recruit together, teach, learn from each other? I could get some of the most prolific recruiters in the world to be able to help with that effort. And that's how this was all created and thought about a couple weeks ago. And we put this all together. And if you're not part of the challenge already, you need to go to GoProRecruitingChallenge.com and register. It's free. GoProRecruitingChallenge.com, register. It is 100% free for you to be a part of this challenge, okay? You and everybody on your team. And Alexi, can I see on the monitor the other screen instead of the Zoom screen? Can I see the actual stream screen? Is that possible?
Yes.
Sorry, a little technical stuff in the studio here while we're figuring this out. All right, wonderful. So, and is there a way that I can see comments too, or no?
Just go ahead.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do as we're starting. If you're ready to do something outrageous and special and amazing in your network marketing career, I want you to smash the share button and share this training with the world. Share it onto your normal page. Let the world know that this is happening. We're about to bring the best training that we've ever brought when it comes to preparing you to become a recruiting machine. So smash the share button. And I don't know what I'm going to give away, but I'm going to give away something to a person who is who smashes the share button. We're going to do a drawing, and I'm going to give away something cool to be able to do that. Number 2, if you're ready to have the biggest recruiting breakthrough of your life. Oh, hold on. Technical again. We got it?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're ready to have the biggest recruiting breakthrough of your life, using this 7-day challenge, I want you to put a 7 into the comments. Every single one of you. I don't care how cool you are. Put a 7 into the comments. So you should have done 2 things by now. You should share this with the world. Let's make this the biggest thing ever, and put a 7 into the comments and let the world know that you're serious about making this happen. Okay? We're going to have a great time together today. I'm really, really fired up. I would also tell you this. Make sure that you have something to take notes with, unless you're driving, and if you're driving, maybe pull over, but take notes, get the information. It's not being shown on the live link Eric sent. Well, find me on the Facebook pages, wherever. You can find me somewhere, and this thing's going to be going. So you've shared. The other thing is, if there's somebody else that needs to have a recruiting breakthrough in their life, make sure that you tag them into this post and make sure that you're taking notes. Now, I've got a bunch of my best, most prolific recruiting friends, and I also have one of the people who's going to be sharing during the challenge. I will tell you, here's some of the people that are going to be joining us during the 7-day challenge a week from now, before we jump into the training. Grant Cardone, Dean Graziosi, Les Brown, Trent Shelton, Marie Forleo, Fraser Brooks, who's also on this with us together. Mr. Sylvester Stallone will be part of the 7-day challenge. Can you believe that? Rocky is going to be part of the 7-day challenge. So you want to make sure you don't miss that. We've got a couple other surprises that I'm working on in order to be able to bring to you. And then I have 20 of the most outrageously successful recruiters in the world, many of them that are on today. They're going to share a little bit of training, pre-training with you that's going to help you have a recruiting breakthrough. Okay. So with that, one of the people that's also going to be joining us is a gentleman by the name of Pete Vargas. He teaches people around the world how to tell their story, how to advance their reach, expand their exposure to the world. And he's a great friend, and he's here to be able to kind of help me set this all up. So Pete, let me throw to you, and you can take it from here.
Hey, Eric, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, man, excited. Yeah. Hey, guys, Pete Vargas here. I'm so excited to be a part of this challenge. I'm going to be sharing. I'm also going to be continuing to recruit folks that are big names to bring to the industry. If you don't know me, I am good buddies with Eric and Marina. But what I think was more important for you to know is that network marketing is the reason that I was able to get through college. Came from a very poor family. And it's because of this industry, this profession, that allowed me to get through college. And so when Eric and Marina called me and said, Pete, we think we can do something epic in this world, and we want you to be a part of this, help us out. I said, Eric, let's create the biggest challenge that the world has ever seen. And I'm so excited because I actually believe that's going to happen. Like, this is already monumental. I'm online right now, and I'm seeing 15 or 20,000 people watching live all across the world right now. Like, for all of you backstage right here, all of you backstage that got the honor to be backstage here in the Zoom room, what I want you to know is this might be the biggest stage that you've ever been on. It's one of the biggest stages I've ever been on. So pretty amazing, Eric, that we haven't even started the challenge. Can you imagine if it grows by 4 or 5 times? We could have 100,000 people watching from all across the world, all across the world. Eric, here's my job in this, and I'm really excited about this. You said, Pete, continue to help us get more talent. So yesterday, it's not final, but yesterday I'm talking back and forth with John Maxwell. I'm talking back and forth with a lot of people. We're going to constantly try to bring more incredible people to this that are celebrity type folks that will help you with your mindset. Eric, that's what they're going to do, help with their mindset. But the cool thing is I'm looking back here at all of the top recruiters that are in the profession across the world, and they're going to be helping you understand how to recruit every day. And then you got the master himself, who's going to take you behind the scenes and every day give you one homework assignment. This is not going to be information for these 7 days coming up starting next week. It's going to be implementation. Eric and Marina believe that next week will be one of the biggest weeks in the history of the profession in recruiting, because we're actually going to keep tabs of every new distributor and every new customer that you bring to the table. And we're going to be documenting that, showcasing that, highlighting that. Every day, there will be one homework assignment from Eric. Eric will give the simple homework assignment, and we believe that it's going to be one of the biggest weeks in the history of the profession. And so, Eric, I'm stoked because of the fact that I get to be a part of this. I get to help create this with you guys. And here's the thing. I want to encourage everybody, Eric. I want to encourage everybody. If you're not backstage during this challenge, that's crazy.
And Pete, let me explain to them what Backstage is, because a lot of people don't understand this.
Yeah.
We created, because this is going to be humongous. It's going to be several 100,000 people going to be part of this challenge. But we created a special Backstage pass for people. Most people don't know this. A Backstage pass where you can be on the Zoom with the celebrities and with the top recruiters in the world, okay? So we're going to go for 90 minutes to the world, but then we're going to kick everybody else off, and the people with the Backstage pass are going to be able to ask questions of, the Grant Cardones or myself or the top recruiters. They're going to be able to ask questions from Les Brown. They're going to be able to ask questions from Marie Forleo or Fraser Brooks. They're going to be, and you talked about John Maxwell. Pitbull is a 99%. He's going to be a part of this too, how to turn your life from negative to positive. So this is going to be massive, but imagine being able to ask a question of the celebrities, but also ask a question of me or the top recruiters in the world that'll be backstage to be able to do Q&A every day after the completion of the general session to the world. Now we've been charging, what are we charging? $97?
Not
for that Backstage pass.
97.
The challenge is free. The challenge is free, but the Backstage pass is $97. And I think it's a huge investment to get extra value over the course of these 7 days. But if you stay on this Zoom today until the end, we're going to show you how to get that Backstage pass for free. Okay. To be able to have that backstage experience, be connected with the celebrities and the trainers and myself, and have live Q&A over the course of these 7 days to multiply your challenge experience for free. Okay. So just hang in there. Anything else, Pete?
Yeah. Last thing that I would say, Eric, is just a couple of things. Number one, what you're creating in November in this challenge, and December with GoPro virtual, like it's crazy. It's like the 1-2 powerhouse to set people up to have the biggest 2021 of their lives. Like, I really believe that's what you're creating. It's November with this challenge, a lot of momentum. December with a world-class event. I was just in Vegas with you guys. I'm blown away at you and Marina's vision. And I'm excited about that for the people. The other thing that I would say to folks, Eric, is I want to ask them 2 questions. Number one, on Facebook, I'm looking at all of the different Facebook groups because Eric has so many, and I've got them all pulled up right here. Who wants Backstage for free at the end? That's my first question. If you want Backstage, put it in there. But Eric, the second question that I know that you're completely committed to, who do you want to see speak during these 7 days? If you will go write that right now, I'd love to hear the people who are backstage today. Like, who do you guys want? Like, who else would you like to see? I'm actually challenging you guys backstage. Backstage is intimate today. It's like 15 of us. It feels amazing. But on Facebook, I want to see who else do you want to be a part of this challenge that will help you break through your mindset and also help you recruit more. Because Eric, if it's cool with you, I want to see if there's any common themes in who they say. And maybe we'll just go get them, Eric. So
see if we can find them. We can reach pretty much anybody.
So Eric, I'm stoked. I know you're going to get them prepared today. I'm excited to be a part of it, man. And so thank you for letting me be a part of it.
All right. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate it. Yeah, and do stay tuned. If you want to get a Backstage pass for free at the end of this training today, we will show you exactly how to do that. Now, I have some special guests here that are going to assist me in preparing you to have a recruiting breakthrough. So next week you become a recruiting machine. Okay. And each of them are going to offer up a tip, a strategy, an idea for how you can get mentally, emotionally, spiritually, tactically prepared, right? How do you really maximize this situation? I have 10 very specific strategies that I'm going to give you today. But in addition to those 10 that I want you to take notes on, I want you to hear from some of the people that are going to be training next week, and they're going to offer some additional strategies. They might be some of the same as I'm going to be offering in the 10, but that's okay. And I also will tell you before we start, I want to ask you, I want to ask one question, and I want you to post the answer into the comments. The one question is this: if you become a recruiting machine, how will that impact your business? Or if you're able to help more people experience a recruiting breakthrough, how will that help them have a better experience? Put into the comments what that will do. What would that do if you're stuck recruiting, you haven't been able to have success, if all of a sudden you're able to recruit on demand, what would that do for your life? Second, if you're doing okay, but all of a sudden you could do 10 times the amount of recruiting, what would that do for your business? And the third question, what if you could show everyone on your team how to experience a recruiting breakthrough? You know the reason why most people quit network marketing? Because they thought they were going to be able to recruit and they just couldn't figure it out. This is going to help with the biggest pain point in our entire profession. So put into the comments what this is going to be able to do for you when you experience this breakthrough. Second, we've created a special 7-day challenge list builder workbook. This is going to help you to identify more prospects. It's a free resource. It's available to you absolutely for free. All you've got to do is join the challenge. And when you get invited into the challenge, the Gopro 7-Day Recruiting Challenge Facebook group, you'll find the document and you can download the document and print it out and turn it into a workbook. Okay. Everybody who's already in the challenge, we are emailing you that document today anyway. The new people who join, we're going to send that in the welcome email. But make sure that you download that document, number one. And number two, make sure that you have a calendar, a physical calendar for at least the 7 days to be able to map out what your business looks like and what the challenge is going to look like for you. So 2 resources. One, we're going to provide, which is a 7-day challenge list builder workbook that you can download. And 2, make sure that you have a physical calendar so you can fill the calendar with your schedule. Okay. Now, if you're ready, type into the comments, I'm ready, and we're going to start. Okay. If you're ready, say I'm ready, put it into the comments, and we're going to start. And if you haven't slammed on the share button yet, what the heck? Don't be a network marketing tourist. Don't hog all this information. Don't keep it for yourself. Smash the share button. Let everybody else have it, okay? And as you're getting these tips, show the love with the hearts and the likes and the emojis and the fire emojis and everything else for these people, because they're doing this for free. They don't have to help you. You're not in their downline. They're here to provide value to you because they care about this profession. They want to see you have a breakthrough. We've got some amazing talent that's going to be sharing with you. But I have some people that need to be able to share quickly. So I'm going to go to them quickly. I'm going to start with Whitney Husband because I know she's got a doctor appointment or something she's got to go to. And let me just tell you quickly about Whitney Husband. This young woman has recruited 457 people in her network marketing career. She has over 100,000 distributors on her team. over 1 million customers on her team. And next week, she's going to be sharing exactly how she accomplished those goals. But Whitney Husband, why don't you come on and share with everybody one tip on how they can prepare for a breakthrough 7 days from now. What's one tip, Whitney?
Hey, thank you so much. Okay, so this is actually like the very beginning of my training that I'm going to do next week. I didn't know we were going to do preparation first. So I just want to tell y'all what I did, okay? Because what I know is what I have done. And whenever I started my business, I took a regular notebook and I sat down. I actually did this in my college classes every day, but you should probably, not do it distracted. But I sat down every day and I would write down, first I started with like different towns in the state that I lived in. And then once I started filling those up, I started with different states. And what I did was I would write people's names down that I knew that either lived in those towns or lived in those states. And that gave me a list without really having to think about it, who I could message. They gave me a list of people to message immediately and share with them an opportunity. And it actually worked really, really, really well for my business. Some of those people either bought products and some of them joined my team. And whenever they joined my team, I helped them do the same thing. And so what you're doing is, instead of just being behind, the computer or behind your phone and not knowing who to message, you're actually getting something in front of you. And I like the idea of starting with the towns because that is going to broaden, your network and help you start your business, not necessarily just really where you live or when, in your small circle, but help you actually really expand outside of, the people that you're normally around.
I love it. Whitney, you are amazing. I know you've got to go, but the idea of, in addition, everybody can make a quick little list of your friends and family, right? But the idea of who do you know in different towns, cities, states, countries, if your company's operating there, make a list of those people because you can kind of approach those a little bit uniquely. And I'm going to teach you how to approach people in long distance markets. There's a very, very simple script. I'm going to teach you what to say exactly next week when it comes to finding somebody in a different city, different language, different country, different state, different town. I will teach you exactly how to approach them. That's so natural, so comfortable, so easy. You're not going to be stressed out about it. So Whitney, thank you. I'm looking forward to your training next week. I know you got to go. I appreciate you very, very much. I want to go next to Brian Carruthers. Brian is a friend. I've known Brian for, 25 years, maybe. I don't know, something crazy. He's recruited over 1,500 people personally. Over 1,500. Do you think he can teach you how to recruit one? If you just hang around with him for a few minutes, you're probably going to recruit somebody just by hanging around with him. He's got over 400,000 distributors on his team, over 2 million customers on his team. Brian, what would you recommend somebody do? What would you recommend they do in order to be able to prepare for this challenge that's coming up in 7 days?
Yeah, for sure. Well, first of all, it's an honor to be here, and I'm excited about everybody who appreciates the need to recruit. I mean, your business needs people. Our business needs people, and so one of the keys to network marketing is exposure is everything. You can't close somebody that you have not presented to, but you can't present to somebody who you've not approached. And so you can't approach somebody that you haven't identified. So what I would say, preparing for this training and this challenge, is always know the number one thing we do. We are network marketers. We're not salespeople and we're not recruiters. We're building our network. And from that standpoint, look at it like, what is the number one thing we should focus on every single day? Our list. Our list is our network. We want to move people from our list into our downline, from one network of prospects to our network of distributors. And so focus on building your list. And what is that list going to look like? So I would say whether you had something like this in place already, or whether you might adopt something like this coming out of the challenge, or maybe going into the challenge with this, you have a list, whether it's a digital or here's mine. I've got a I've got a spiral bound notebook. And when you build your list of prospects, there's going to be two different people in the prospect list. The front of my book, that's my main prospect list. I want to move people from the front of my book to the back of my book. The back of my book, which is here, which I'm working on today, is my hot list. So they go from a regular prospect to a hot prospect. And I will also put a indicator next to their name, a C for customer, or in my company, M for member, or R for recruit. And so I know what I'm trying to do with them. I'm trying to sell them or I'm trying to recruit them, but it's all about building your list. And I wrote a little ebook a few years ago. It's called the 2-A-Day Phenomenon in Network Marketing, because the magic, guys, is not about these top recruiters that you're going to hear from today. You know, not everybody's full-time. Not everybody's going to go out and do crazy big numbers. But if anybody can do 2 new exposures a day, that's 60 new prospects a month that they're adding to their prospect list. And over the course of a year, look at that. I mean, over the course of the year, you got 700 new prospects. So as long as you stay in the game, every year you've got 700 more prospects you're adding to your book, whether they're in the front of the book or the back of the book. And anytime I need recruits, I flip right to my hot list in the back of my book. I start dangling the carrot, letting them know I got some sharp people I'm getting ready to sign up. And if they hurry up and fill out their application now, everybody else is going to go underneath of them. I'm recruiting them.
Love it. Brian, I love it so much. And I will tell you, to make your list, this is part of the homework. You're going to hear about this over the course of this training. Don't start finding prospects and making your list on November 11th. Start now. Prepare now. I'm going to teach you in a few minutes, 5 minutes or so, I'm going to teach you how to build your list and how to warm your list. It's one of the most important things you're going to need to do on your homework over the course of the next 7 days. But before I do that, Brian, thank you. I got to go to one other person because he's got to jump off. Fraser Brooks is a social media expert, great trainer, great friend to the network marketing profession. He's going to be offering up some amazing training on how to use social media specifically next week during the challenge. But Fraser, why don't you share with people how they can best prepare to become a recruiting machine next week?
I think Fraser popped off.
He did? I lost him?
Eric.
Dang it.
Social media fail.
Social media fail. He did have to go on to another training and I must have just missed him. All right. Well, he's going to teach you how to do that next week. He's awesome. He's amazing. He's spectacular. All right. I'm going to give you my 10-point list now, and then I'm going to have some of these other superstars share with you their secrets. But I want everybody here, when you write something down, oh, Jesse Lee, you got to go? Do you have to go? Okay, Jesse Lee, I'll say this first, and then I'm going to go to Jesse Lee in a second. When you write something down, you remember it different, okay? So I'm going to give you 10 points as soon as Jessie Lee's done sharing her tip for the week. I'm going to give you 10 strategies. I want you to do 2 things. I want you to write it down on paper, and I want you to type it into the comments. And then everybody's going to learn these 10 things in the comments together. Every insight that you're getting in this training, put it into the comments so everybody can benefit from it. Jessie Lee, go ahead. Oh, well, let me just tell you first, Jessie Lee, she's recruited 771 people personally, has over 16,000 distributors, over 500,000 customers. She knows what she's talking about. Jessie Lee, tell everybody how they can prepare.
Hey guys, super excited. What's up? Hello. I'm Jessie Lee, calling #BossLee. I do have another call I have to get on. Ah! So mine's maybe a little different. I don't know, but I'm going to give this to you. So I need you to prepare, because if November 11th is however many days away that is, all these top recruiters live in a twilight zone. We don't know what day it is, what day of the week. We don't know. We'll just be there on the 11th through 17th. We need you to prepare now. So what I need you to do is I need you to start actively engaging and posting on your social, okay? Whether you're comfortable with Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, you need to start getting a presence now. Now, it's not just posting random stuff. It's not just sharing random stuff. Hear me on this. Put it in the comments so it gets in your head. Your people need to know who you are. So it's not going to be about posting about your company. It's not going to be about posting about your amazing products or services. I want your people to find out who you are. So what are 3 things? Put them in the chat and then maybe like journal and meditate on it. What are 3 things you want to be known for? Okay, what are 3 things you want to be known for? And the reason you want to do this is because you want to attract your people. Your business is a lot more enjoyable in network marketing when you're doing business with your people. So what are your 3 things you want to be known for? This is actually how you build a brand. And if you want to recruit more people, recruit people who have the same moral values, recruit people who have the same hobbies, the same lifestyle, the same likes, the same wishes, the same wants, the same dreams, the same vision as you. It makes your life easier. Now, for those of you who are like, sister, I don't even know who I am. Like, what do you mean I post the 3 things? Here's what you're going to do. Your homework assignment from Jessie Lee is I want you to take a selfie. Now that is with a telephone. You take a photo of yourself. It's a selfie because it's of you. You get it, self, okay? And I want you to hold up 3 fingers. I know we have some Europeans, so maybe it looks like this. Okay, so hold up 3 fingers, whatever you want to do. Take a selfie, and I want you to make a post sometime today. And I want you to ask your social media, what are 3 things that you think about when you think about me? And then over the next however many days it is until the 11th, what I want you to do is I want you to start testing those waters. I want you to start making posts around those things. So what are you known for? Are you known for being a great dad or a great mom? Are you known for being the funny person? Are you known for being the great business builder outside of network marketing? Are you known for designer clothes or dogs or cats or horses? Are you known for food? Okay, whatever it is, religion, whatever it is that you are known for, your 3 things, and start posting every single day, at least once, around those things that people are identifying as part of you. It'll make it a lot easier. And then the list thing that Brian's talking about, make a list of the names of people who are engaging on that. The people who are saying, oh, you're known for good hair. Oh, you're known for whatever. And now you're going to have people to talk to when the 11th comes around. So I love you. I hope that was useful. And I cannot wait to see how many of you build the teams of your dreams whenever the 11th comes around. Ciao.
Jessie Lee, awesome, awesome. So post into the comments, do this now, right? The assignment is get active on social, do it now, make a selfie with the 3 or the 3, and post on there what you are known for, what you want to be known for, what you're passionate about. Here's 3 things you might not know about me, whatever, however you want to do that, but let the world know a little bit more about you. Okay. So type that tip into the comments for the benefit of everybody else watching or watching replay. Write it down into your notes. You're going to create a playbook out of this. And the playbook is going to help you become a recruiting machine in a week. Okay. Next, I'm going to give you the 10 strategies for you to prepare to be a recruiting machine when this challenge starts. And if you're just joining us, we've got over, 12,000 people, something like that, watching this live on the various platforms. And that's growing every minute. Congratulations. Thanks for sharing this with everybody. But go to GoProRecruitingChallenge.com and register. If you're not part of this challenge, you're crazy. It's free. GoProRecruitingChallenge.com, one word. Somebody put that into the comments so people could just click on it. HTTP, GoProRecruitingChallenge.com, and people can register to be a part of this event. Now, here we go. 10 strategies to make the 7-day recruiting challenge a massive success. Strategy number 1. I want you to write this down and put it into the comments. Set a goal for the challenge. Set a goal for a challenge, for the challenge. How many people? And don't worry about how you're going to do it. Don't worry about if you're good enough or if you've ever had success before. Release all those limiting beliefs and just say, you know what? What is my goal? How many people do I want to help by welcoming them into my business? How many people am I going to recruit during these 7 days, starting November 11th through the 17th? I want you to put a number into the comments, and I want you to write a number down. And if the number doesn't scare you a little bit, it's not big enough. Okay? So I want to give you just a moment to put the comment. Don't be too cool. I mean, don't you dare be one of those too cool people that I'm too cool to type it into the comments. I'm just going to sit here and watch while I, have my cup of coffee. Put it into the comments. If you don't put it in the comments, you're telling the world that you're not serious. Okay? Come on. We're going to do this together as a community, right? We're going to support each other. We're going to encourage each other. We're going to challenge each other. So set a goal, put it into the comments. Now, your goal, if you're a leader, might be a little bit different. Maybe it's a personal goal, but you might have a goal. How many people do I want to get into the challenge? How many people do I want to help recruit at least one person over the course of 7 days? How many teams am I going to get to be exposed inside of this challenge? So whatever your goal is, write it down, put it into the comments. Got it? Has everybody done that? Now, I know most of you haven't done it. Liars. Do it. Okay? Put it into the comments. I'm here as your friend. Now, whatever your number was, I want you to double it. Whatever your number was, your goal, I want you to double it. And put that doubled number into the comments and write it down into the notes, because if there's any epidemic in the world, it's small thinking. You can think bigger and you can do more than you even thought possible. I don't care if you've failed your whole network marketing career. Just believe like we believe in you. Borrow our belief until you believe yourself. You follow these instructions, you're going to be able to do things you'd never even imagined before. And if you can imagine one number, I will tell you, if you follow the instructions that we're going to do together, we're going to help you imagine a bigger number when this challenge is over. Okay, so double it. And that should scare you a little bit. And some of you are just going to be even scared writing it down. It's going to feel weird writing it down. It's going to feel very weird typing it into the comments, but do it anyway. Okay? Be unreasonable. Be irrational. It's okay. I'd much rather have you think too big than think too small. Okay? So put a big goal out there. That's number one. So a goal is number one. Did you put goal into the comments so everybody is sharing these notes? Goal into the comments. Step number two is commitment. Write commitment into the comments. You need to make a commitment to this goal. You need to make a commitment that you're going to make it happen. You need to make a commitment that you're going to do it or die. You need to make a commitment that this is more serious than anything else that you've ever had in your life. You need to make a commitment to this outcome. If you make a commitment, it's going to be easy. If it's a wish, it's not as easy. So if you're committed to making this a reality, I want you to put into the comments, I'm committed. I'm committed. Put into the comments, I'm committed. And don't you dare be a tourist. If you're serious about this, you want to change your life, guess what this is going to be? We're going to push you into the deep end of the pool. We're going to be able to grab you. You're not going to go down 3 times, I promise. We're going to be here with you to help you face your fear, become equipped, become empowered, and become a recruiting machine by the time this is done. But you got to start taking some steps, and they start with little tiny little movements. And one of those little movements is typing in, I'm committed, is smashing the share button, is tagging somebody who needs to hear this, right? It's setting a goal. So put I'm committed into the comments. That's number 2. Number 3, you need to map out a game plan for making this happen. And make your game plan the best you can make it without having all the information that we're going to teach you next week. The best you can make it, And then what we're going to do with the information we're going to bring starting November 11th is we're going to help you accelerate it. Okay. So map out, you got your goal. Let's say your goal was, 10 people. Create a game plan. How many people do I need to talk to in order to be able, just do the math first. How many people do you need to talk to recruit one, typically, within the organization, if you do it right, and we're going to help you do it? How many people do you need to talk to? Well, you need to talk to this many people you need to do a presentation to, which means you need to talk to more people than that. Map out the numbers required in order to be able to make your goal a reality. So number 1 is goal. Number 2 is commitment. Number 3 is game plan as best you can. And we will accelerate that when we work together over the course of these 7 days. Okay? Number 4 is sacrifice. Prepare now to make a sacrifice for those 7 days. What can you sacrifice for those 7 days in honor of changing your life? What can you sacrifice in order to be able to have a breakthrough? Can you sacrifice television? Can you sacrifice purposeless social media scrolling? Can you sacrifice the videos that you're watching that aren't serving you? Can you sacrifice your hobby for 7 days? Can you sacrifice some sleep? Can you sacrifice some comfort? What can you sacrifice in honor of your commitment to making your goal a reality? Something's got to give. You want to change your life? Something's got to give. So put into the comments, sacrifice, number 1. And 2, I want every one of you to put something into the comments that you are willing to sacrifice for those 7 days. What comfort are you willing to walk away from for those 7 days? And it might just be time. You're willing to sacrifice time. You're willing to not sleep very much. You're willing to get up a little bit earlier. You're willing to work a little bit later. You're willing to, maybe it's your comfort when it comes to your fears. You might have to sacrifice the comfort of running away from your fears. The sacrifice might be facing your fear every day for 7 days. The sacrifice might be doing something uncomfortable every day for 7 days. The sacrifice might be, even if you're an introvert like me, talking to people until your voice doesn't work anymore for 7 straight days. Whatever. Your sacrifice might be being willing to be embarrassed for those 7 days. Being willing to deal with rejection for those 7 days. To be willing to do it anyway if somebody shuts you down for 7 days. To be willing to trust the process for 7 days. Sacrifice can take a lot of forms. Decide what you're willing to sacrifice and put it into the comments. What are you prepared to sacrifice in order to change your life? This is your life we're talking about. Yes, I know it's a recruiting challenge. It's all light and fun. But look, this can change everything. The people that are going to be training you, they were in your position at some point in their career, and then they decided to change. And everything changed. They're all like $1 million a year earners. It's crazy. There's one person on this Zoom right now, it's going to share with you in a little bit, that's earning $1 million a month. Recruited over 4,000 people personally. Hello. So something's got to give. Sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice? And in number 4, the other part of that is to ask your family and your friends to sacrifice with you. Tell your kids, listen, mommy's not going to be that available for these 7 days because mommy's going to change her life. And I need you to kick my butt every time you see mommy slowing down. Dad's got to do this thing. Dad's got to make this stuff happen. You got to ask your family, is it okay if we don't go to the movies, if it's okay if we don't do this or do that, just for 7 days. If you run a business, if you work in a business, ask somebody, let's say you own a business, ask some of your employees to pick up the slack for those 7 days so you can focus on this challenge. If you're an employee, put in what you need to put in, but it's not the week to volunteer overtime. You need overtime in your own business. So your sacrifice, and ask other people to sacrifice with you for 7 days for the good of the family, for the good of yourself, for the good of whatever. Inside of that sacrifice, I would also ask your friends to kick your ass for 7 days. Ask your family to kick your ass for 7 days. Ask your upline and your downline to kick your ass for 7 days and to not let you play small and to flush you out every single day. Ask them to call you every single day and remind you why you did this in the first place. Ask them to push you like you've never been pushed for 7 days. We're going to help, but you can create your own little support system in order to be able to magnify that help. Okay? Now, if this is helping you so far, we've only covered 5, right? Oh, no, 4. Goal, commitment, game plan, sacrifice. If this is helping you, you need to make sure that every single person that you care about is part of this challenge. GoProRecruitingChallenge.com. Every single one. 7 days, it's going to be the biggest thing in the world. It's going to help them, okay? Number five, and stay tuned because I'm going to show you how to get a backstage pass into this challenge at the end of this. Number 5 is negotiate. And I covered a little bit of number 5 and number 4, but negotiate with your family, negotiate with your spouse, negotiate. Hey, because some of you have a family structure or a friend structure that's not that supportive. And you know why it's not that supportive? It's not because they don't like network marketing. You know why they're not that supportive? Because they're tired of watching you crawl. They're tired of watching you crawl and get no results out of this network marketing experience. Ask those people for 7 days. Would you push me for 7 days? Give me 7 days and see if I can experience a breakthrough. So negotiate with them. Negotiate with your work. Negotiate with your kids. Negotiate with everybody. Number six, make a time commitment. I told you to get a calendar. I prefer a physical calendar, but make a time commitment for these 7 days. Make a time commitment for these 7 days. And here's what the time commitment should look like. Every possible waking moment, you need to be engaged in the activities that we're going to be assigning to you starting November 11th. Every physical waking moment that it's humanly possible. Ask the family to clean the house. Ask somebody else to put gas in the car. Whatever. Every waking moment, put into your calendar. If you're working for a job for somebody else, every other waking moment. Can you get up a couple hours earlier and go short on sleep for 7 days to change your life? How late can you go and talk to people in a different time zone? How early can you go and talk to people in a later time zone? Every waking moment. But make your time commitment. And the commitment should be a reflection of your goals. If you just want to recruit one person, you're not going to have to work 100 hours to do it. But you want to recruit 20 people in a week, you might have to really pull out all the stops and make a major time commitment. But put that commitment into your calendar and make it sacred. Don't allow anything to encroach on that time commitment. You're going to fill that up with the activities that we're going to teach you exactly word for word how to say. Okay? The time commitment, number 6. Number 7, clear the decks. Clear the decks of all distractions. Every distraction in the world. Have somebody else clean the house. Have somebody else get the groceries. Have somebody else clean out the garage. You could do it later. Turn the televisions off. Unplug them from the walls. If you could be watching television, you could be building your life. really clear the decks of anything that's a distraction. And if you're easily distracted like I am, make a list of the things that steal your time the most. Put into the comments, what steals your time the most? What are you most susceptible to when it comes to distractions? What are you most susceptible to? What gets you off track? What causes you to play or to not be focused on productive activity? Because I'll give you an example. Some of the time, I call this avoidance behavior. Some of the time, we spend a way too much time talking to each other inside of network marketing about how excited we are. No, I'm excited. No, you don't understand. I'm really excited. No. Well, did you hear about this new thing? No. Look, that person's already joined. You don't need to tell each other how excited you are every minute of every day. At some point, you got to go talk to a prospect. So yes, connect with your team, but just for a minute. Because the prospect doesn't know. The prospect doesn't know the gift that you have. Every minute that you are talking to somebody that's not a prospect, or you're doing activity that's not designed to move you forward in this recruiting challenge, is a minute wasted. So again, this is 7 days to change your life, right? Clear the decks, no distractions. Whatever is your kryptonite, whatever knocks you off track, that thing that knocks you off track, you've got to guard against during this period of time. Rosemary says she's distracted by, oh, I went too fast. Distracted by noise and distracted by chaos or whatever. If you're distracted by a messy house, then clean the house before you start this thing. Get it spotless. If that's necessary for you to be able to do it, if scrolling on social media is the thing that's killing you the most, talking to friends on the phone, not a good week to do that. Okay? So clear the decks. Number 7. Number 8. And if you haven't smashed the share button, why not? You got to get everybody in your team into this. I'm telling you, GoProRecruitingChallenge.com is going to change everything for you. Get it in there. Get them in there. GoProRecruitingChallenge.com. And I'm going to show you how to have a backstage pass and talk to all these big shots. Number 8, make sure you're prepared. Make sure you're prepared with tools, product, samples, that you have Zooms scheduled, that you have your upline prepared for 3-way calls or 3-way messages, that you have grabbed all of your resources so you're not scrambling to find somebody to help you close your prospect. You know, get a friend that maybe they're a peer. Maybe your upline's not particularly useful, or they're not particularly available. Find a friend that's also in your business. Have that friend help you do 3-way calls with your prospects, and you do 3-way calls with their prospects. See what I mean? Find a little support system. So whether it's scheduling recruiting Zooms during the week, working with your team, during these 7 days, could you schedule a recruiting Zoom presentation once a day for your entire team where they can utilize this challenge in order to be able to have that? Schedule it now. Come up with some names for it. Get the best speakers you can get to be a part of it. Make sure you got product on hand. Make sure if you got tools, you need anything, make sure you got it to be prepared. Be prepared with all of that stuff. Number 9, this is a big one. This is probably the biggest way for you to prepare of any way that I know to be ready for this challenge. It's 2 parts. Build your list and warm your list. Build your list and warm your list. So you'll find the List Builder Workbook inside of the GoPro Recruiting Challenge Facebook group. If you don't have it, it's free. But let me give you the big 3 to start, to build your list. Now the workbook's going to help you. But the big three are every single person that's on your phone that is not currently a distributor needs to go on your list. 100%. Don't prejudge, put them all on your list. Every single person that is in your email contacts needs to go on the list if they're not a distributor. Every single one. I don't care if they've said no before. I don't care if they said, I hate network marketing. It does not matter. Put them on the list. And I prefer a written list because it'll give you something in front of you to document the process as we're going through it over the 7 days. So number one, everybody from your phone. Number two, everybody from your email. Number three, every single person you're connected with on social. Every single one. Every friend, every follower, every fan, every colleague. If they're not a distributor, they go off of social and onto a written list. Well, I know like 1,000 people. You expect me to write down 1,000 names? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Write them down. All of them. Well, I don't know that many people. Stop it. Go talk to your kids. They probably know more people than you do. And most of those people that they know, you probably know. So I'll give you one other tip. So this is going to make you a big list. This is the work of network marketing. Phone, email, social, right? And then you can do another thing. If you feel like you don't have enough people to talk to, you can click on every single one of your friends on Facebook, for example, and find out who they are friends with. And you're going to realize that you know a whole bunch of those people. And you can add those people to your list. Hey, I see that we're both friends with so-and-so. And you can start a conversation. I'm going to teach you how to do that. Okay, so that's the big three. Now the list builder document, the workbook, will help you go even farther than that. Like Whitney talked about with other stuff. Help you go even farther than that. Fraser came back. Awesome. So I'm going to be able to come back to Fraser in a second. I'm almost done with my 10 things. So first, build a list. Write it down. The big three, start there. Get it all on paper. Okay? I'll give you one other tip when it comes to social media. Whatever you're in love with, let's say you're in love with gardening. Go join some gardening groups and make friends with some other gardening people between now and the time that the challenge starts. Whatever interests you have, go make friends with those people. Even if you had to make 10 friends a day between now and the time the challenge starts, that's going to be 70 new prospects that you can talk to. 70 if you just do 10 a day on social. Okay? Now don't go crazy with this. I just want you to make the list. Now, let me tell you how to warm the list. And then I'm gonna actually throw Fraser into the middle of this before I give the 10th tip. But here's what I mean by warm the list. I want you to just say hello to every person on your list before the challenge begins. And to not say a thing about your product or your business. Don't post a link. Don't share any ideas. Don't show any before and after pictures. Nothing. Some of these people haven't heard from you in a while. And if the first thing out of your mouth is a pitch, it's going to turn them off, as it should. All I want you to do is just say hi, hello, how are you? What do you think of this election? What do you think of, well, maybe not that one. What do you think of what's going on with COVID? Is your family safe? How are our kids homeschooled? What are they doing? Just say hello. Just say hello. And even if they ask, hey, what's going on with that business of yours? My preference is that you say, oh, it's going great, but that's not why I was saying hi. And just keep it about personal. They're going to wait for, the agenda is going to show up. They're going to wait. And when you don't pitch them in the conversation, they're going to hang up and go, wow, what just happened? Okay. Now, I just want you to say hello. And when we start the challenge, you're going to be able, and Tom Chenault's going to be able to share this concept with you also. When we start this challenge, you're going to be able to say, you know what? When we talked last week, I haven't been able to get you out of my mind, and I'm engaged in this cool project, and I just had an instinct that maybe it could be a fit for you. But it's a two-step process. So I want to give you a beginner, an intermediate, or a superhero challenge when it comes to conversations. You ready? And I'm gonna give you the 3 challenges, and I want you to put into the comments what you are committed to do. Committed, okay? And don't worry about how you're gonna do it, just start, okay? Committed. The beginner challenge is to start 100 conversations in the next 7 days. Just start, hello, how are you? What's going on? How's your life? Good to see you. Whatever it happens to be. That's the beginner challenge, 100. Just by doing this challenge, saying hello to 100 people and following a simple instruction, you're going to have a recruiting breakthrough during the 7-day challenge, for sure. The intermediate challenge is 250. 250 conversations in 7 days. And you're like, how would I do that? It's easy. Pull out your text and just say hello. Hi, how are you? How many of those can you do today? It's not that hard. Go on to Facebook and send a Facebook Messenger message. How's it going? How's your life? What's new? Go on to WhatsApp and send them a message. Go on to send them a DM on Instagram, send them a DM on Twitter, whatever it happens to be. Just send them a message, say hello. And mark in your contact list that you have started a conversation with them. Okay? 100, 250. The superhero challenge is this, 1,000. You want to change your life? Have 1,000 conversations in the next 7 days. Now, conversation is too big of a word. Start 1,000 conversations. And as best you can, keep them going. Hi, how are you? Oh, I'm pretty good. How are you? Oh, not so bad. You know, weather here's pretty nice. You know, your kids homeschooling, or are they doing this or that? And just keep it like a little playing a tennis match. Just keep the conversation going, keep the conversation going. And if you do this with 1,000 people, you won't be worried about the 3 people that didn't get back to you or that never responded to you. You won't care. Okay? All right, so here's challenge time. Into the comments. Be bold. You're going to do 100, 250, or 1,000. Ready, set, go. Even if you don't know 1,000, you can figure out a way to do it. Ready, set, go. Put into the comments. 100, 250, or 1,000. 100, 250, or 1,000. 100, 250, or 1,000. Put it in the comments. No tourists. No tourists. Don't just sit there too cool and too scared to even take a step. I want you to write this down as one of your goals. Back to point number 1, set a goal. One of your goals is the number of conversations you're going to have before this thing even starts. 100, 250, or 1,000. 100, 250, or 1,000. Set it in motion. See and I will also tell you one other thing before I throw to Fraser. The faster you can get this earlier, the earlier you can get these conversations started, the better the 7-day challenge is going to be when it starts November 11th. The earlier you can start it, in other words, the more you can do in the next 24 hours, the better your results are going to be. So even if you're a beginner challenge, you're going to start 100, you're going to do 100 conversations, see if you can start the 100 in the next 24 hours. Okay, whether it's 100 or 1,000, do the majority of them in the next 48 hours for sure. Okay, just start a conversation. So Fraser, social media expert, amazing guy, loves our profession. Fraser, why don't you share with people? I've given them nine steps so far. Set a goal, make a commitment, create a game plan, determine what they're going to sacrifice, negotiate with their family and their circumstance, make a time commitment with their calendar, clear the decks of all distractions, make sure they're prepared with tools, products, Zooms, 3-ways, support system, and make the list and warm the list. Those are the 9. And I'm going to have you comment before I give number 10, because I appreciate you coming back. I know you had a lot of stuff going on.
No, I appreciate you having me. You guys can hear me loud and clear, right? Everything all good? Amazing. Guys, you've got to be backstage. Like, the banter is actually hilarious. I can't believe I'm bantering with Tom Chenault and Brian Carruthers and Rachel. It's crazy. You've got to be backstage. It's kind of insane. So I hope you're selecting superheroes, because the government's giving you a mask. You're already halfway there, right? So
Right.
Come on now. Be the superhero. So I'm going to kind of come at it from a different angle. I've been the kid, guys. I've grown up around the industry as a child. And here's what I want you to know. Are you going to be proud of yourself after 7 days, or are you going to be ashamed of yourself after 7 days? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. And here's what I want you to do. I'm jealous. If you have kids, what I want you to do in the chat, I want you to let me know how many kids, in terms of like 1 boy, 1 girl, 2 boys, 1 girl, 2 girls, 1 boy. Let me know, because this is what I want you to do. I'm so jealous of you. Why? Because you have your why right in front of your eyes. Every single day before you go to bed, here's what I want you to do before we start this challenge. I want you to set that activity goal, like Eric just said. And before you took your kids and before you took your kids into bed, before they go to sleep, I want you to look them dead in the eye, and I want you to tell them, Mum did you proud. Mum hit her superhero goal today. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. I want you to set that activity goal, and I want you to know that you have to do this for them. You have to do this. Commit to being a finisher, right? Commit, because I'm telling you, 60, 70% of you probably won't finish. Probably won't finish. Commit to being a finisher. And when you hit the finish, it's just a new start line, ready for you to hit the next level. Last thing I'll say is I'm not going to tell you more than this, find 5 of your favorite GIFs or GIFs. I'm still not. I mean, I know social media, but I'm still not convinced whether it's GIF or GIF. Eric, you probably know. Find 5 of your favorite GIFs, because we're going to be using it in our recruiting. Network marketing is turning strangers into friends, friends into family, and friends use GIFs with each other. So it's time to use them with your prospects too. I'm going to show you a real fun way how we can do that. So Eric, I really, really appreciate you doing this. This is just unbelievable. I'm so grateful to be a part of it with so many amazing people. Guys, I started as a massive loser from Liverpool, and now I'm on the same Zoom screen as Eric Warray and Brian Carruthers and Tom Chenault and Fish and all the rest of the incredible people as well. I can't believe it. And it can happen to you too if you go all out. Eric, thanks so much for having me. I appreciate you. Oh,
thank you, Fraser. I look forward to your training next week. It's going to be awesome. And listen, let me remind you, stay tuned, because we're going to teach you how to get a free backstage pass into the Gopro Recruiting Challenge, to be able to ask questions of the top earners, ask questions of me, ask questions of the celebrities in a private experience. We're selling that for $100. We're going to show you how to get that for free at the end of this training today. Okay. So make sure you stay connected to that. So I talked about 9 things. I'm going to talk about the 10th, and then I'm going to introduce you to some of my absolute rock star friends that are going to teach you specifically how to prepare from their perspective. They're amazing. Number 1, make a goal. Number 2, commitment. Number 3, game plan. Number 4, sacrifice. Number 5, negotiate. Number 6, the time commitment with your calendar for these 7 days. Number 7, clear the decks of all distractions. Number 8, make sure you're prepared. Tools, products, Zooms, 3-ways, support system. Make sure you're prepared. Number 9, make your list and warm your list. The 100, 250, or 1,000 conversation challenge. Hopefully all of you have accepted that. You don't need a bunch of training on what to say, because all you're going to do is say hello, right? Don't worry about converting that into any business conversation. Say hi. Find out what's going on in their life. Be normal. Be a real person. Number 10, before I introduce you to some of these friends, and then I'm going to show you how to get a free backstage pass to this free backstage pass, number 1. And number 2, I'm going to give you today for free $2,000 worth of the best courses I've ever created. So a combination of backstage pass for free and $2,000 worth of the best courses I've ever created for free, I will give you today. So stay tuned. I'll show you how to do it. So number 10, the most unused resource that you have is your imagination. I want you to imagine this done. I want you to imagine your recruiting goal smashed. I want you to imagine on November So what are we doing? 11 through 17. On November 17th, having a quick little Zoom call with the 20 new people that just joined your organization, just joined your team personally in the last 7 days, or the 5 or the 10 or the 50 or whatever the number is. I want you to imagine them looking at you with appreciation in their eyes, saying, thank you for believing in me. Thank you for facing your fear. Thank you for doing something uncomfortable because I found my home. I want you to imagine those people rank advancing between now and Christmas. I want you to imagine those people earning some extra Christmas dollars. I want you to imagine working with those people, not just in the short term, but for 2021 and 22 and 23 and 24, and building this relationship and connection with these other human beings, expressing their full potential. And you're a part of that. I want you to just get it clear in your mind what is it going to feel like 3 years from today when they say, hey, by the way, thanks. Thanks for back in November of 2020, in the middle of that insanity, taking a moment and let me know that there was something better for me because I was lost and you helped me going from being blind to being able to see. And I changed my whole life, but it was because of you. I want you to imagine this. I want you to get it clear in your mind. And if you can imagine it clearly enough, I promise you, it will start attracting to you like a magnet, like an absolute freight train. It's coming towards you. Don't think too small and don't imagine too small. You can think bigger, and this can actually become a reality for you. Okay? So, one more time, before I introduce some of my friends to have them share some secrets, and then I'm going to show you how to get $2,000 worth of free courses and a free Backstage pass to the 7-day recruiting challenge. GoProRecruitingChallenge.com. I think we pinned that comment into the different platforms so you can get there and make sure your people have, I see just on one page, we have 2,100 shares, 2,100 shares already on one, and we have it everywhere. So a lot of people are going to see this, which is great. Thank you for helping us spread the word. Let's go to Rachel Piccarick. I want to start with Rachel. And let me tell you something about Rachel before she starts and gives you a tip. Rachel has 140 personal recruits. She has over 70,000 distributors on her team. She's an absolute powerhouse. She knows how to do this. And not only does she know how to do it herself, she knows how to teach people how to do it. So Rachel, how would you advise people to prepare for this challenge that starts in 7 days?
Yeah, I want to give a little word of wisdom. So 9.5 years ago, I got off of the MLM struggle bus. How many of you guys have ever been on an MLM struggle bus? It was 4.5 years in my not-for-profit MLM, and I partnered with an incredible mentor and an incredible system. And I remember getting started on my welcome call, right? And I got introduced to a mentor. His name's Tara Wilson. Shout out to Tara. And I got on the call with her, and she had been in for 90 days longer than I had been. I had been in for a hot second. And she was already making 10 grand a month. I was making 0. And I remember a wave of coachability came over me that I'd never felt before. And I remember because my back was against the wall financially, being $100,000 in debt and being so frustrated that I'd given 4.5 years of my life and energy and emotion into this industry, but I still wasn't really creating a profit. I was determined to make it work. And I remember in my brain, and I actually said it to the person sitting next to me, I said, I will do whatever she says, even if it sounds dumb. Now, when we think about number 10, it said imagination. But I want you guys to take that, but also with a sense of coachability. You're going to hear things next week that is going to push you. Like, okay, I got to go live and I'm really going to say that? Like, am I really going to do a TikTok or a reel or whatever it might be that might push you outside of your comfort zone? And you're going to want to reinvent the systems or the scripts or the strategies that these experts deliver to you. Personalize, but don't reinvent. Come into next week with a feeling and a sense of coachability. Take off your ego. And I still go back to the same tip of find people who have what you want and then do what they do. So some of the things that we might share might pull you completely outside the comfort zone. You might make excuses if you hear them kind of crawling up on your shoulders, like, oh, that won't work because of this, this, and this. Or, oh, if I said that, I'm going to sound like this or that, or what. Guys, just do it with blind faith. Jump off and trust us. We're going to lead you to greatness.
Rachel, you are awesome. Thank you so much. And I will tell you, some of the people could stay and some couldn't, but I've got Tony and Sarah Zalecki coming up, Ann Fisher, Tom Chenault, John Haremza, Ricky and Francois Untermeyer, and I'm going to close it up with Stormy Wellington. Stormy is a $1 million a month woman, powerful. And so she's going to be sharing her secrets last. And then as soon as Stormy's done, I'm going to teach you how to get $2,000 worth of courses for free, show you how to get $2,000 worth of courses for free, and get a free Backstage pass into the challenge. I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's go with John Haremza. John, go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Eric, great to be here. What an incredible energy and vibe. And I think that's number one, guys. You just need to understand what you got a chance to be a part of here. I mean, 500,000 people potentially joining network marketing over the course of a 7-day window. Amazing. And the opportunity to be a part of that. You know, I get asked all the time, you know, John, what does it take to be a top earner? And I mean, one of the responses I say is, guys, you need to do, I mean, what I do everything. I do everything every day, all day long, as much as I possibly can. And I do it consistently, right? But, you know, as you think about this pending 7-day challenge, this recruiting challenge, and, you know, yes, we can control what we do. We can take advantage of those 10 things that you would outline, the incredible tips that have come down. You know, we can't control what others do, but what we can do is we can influence them. Right? We can inspire them. We can coach them. And so the thing that I would do is everything, okay? Do everything every day, all day long to try to take advantage of this. I can't remember if it was you or someone else said, I mean, I think it was Fraser. He says, when you look back, are you going to be proud of yourself for the last 7 days? But I want you to think about who you can inspire, who you can influence, who you can coach to take advantage of this. And, you know, one of the lines that I just love, this can be used when you're recruiting. It can also be used to take advantage of this challenge. And that is, you know, I'm talking to you, Eric, and I'm saying, listen, you are way too smart. This is going to be way too big for you not to look, right? Or in the case of this recruiting challenge, you know, this is, you know, you're way too smart. This is going to be way too big for you not to take advantage of this 7-day window. It can change your business. So this whole idea, I guess, in a theme would be posture, right? People by people, you get 10 foot tall and bulletproof. Your mindset is in the right spot. I mean, listen to the tapes, get plugged in. I get excited. I mean, I'm 32 years doing this and I get excited. I get jacked up about this stuff and I want to share that with other people. So that would be my quick tip.
John, I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Posture is a big deal. We're going to help you have better posture. I would also tell you this. Some people are asking, what time does the challenge start on November 11th? When you go to GoPro Recruiting Challenge, you'll see all of that. But it starts every day at 11 a.m. Pacific time. It's going to go for about 90 minutes. And then we go backstage for special access and Q&A. And then that training will be live and available for 24 hours until the next day starts, and then that will go away. So you'll be able to watch the replay for 24 hours. I would encourage you to be on there live, especially if you get a Backstage pass, which I'm going to show every one of you how to do today. So GoProRecruitingChallenge.com. Let's go next to Ann Fisher. Ann, let me tell you about Ann. Let me brag on Ann for a second. Ann Fisher is one of these people that is just all heart. 515 personal recruits, 340,000 distributors, over 1 million customers. Success leaves clues. And how would you tell people to prepare themselves for this challenge?
Well, hello, Eric, and hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Gosh, I feel like I don't know, so excited to be a part of this. I've been taking pages of notes just on the training for the training, which is crazy. One thing I want to say, you know, recruiting, it's the lifeblood of our business, right? You are not in business if you're not recruiting in the network marketing world. And so one thing I teach my team is you've got to be recruiting every single day. And I'm so thrilled because this is the #1 most important skill you will ever master in this business. It is literally the lifeblood. So the fact that we're doing a 7-day blitzathon on how to do this and develop that skill, I'm ready. Like, I cannot wait for the growth that's going to come from this. So, you know, one thing, this is going to kind of step a little bit into what I'm sharing next week when I do my training piece, but I always teach my people, the number one question I get is, where do I find prospects? Like, I've already gone through my list, or I don't know that many people. And, you know, the average funeral has 200 people, guys. Come on, you know more than 2 people. So the challenge that Eric just threw down, are you going to be a 100, a 250, or 1,000? Everybody should be saying 1,000. Like, scare the crap out of yourself, but set that goal, right? So where are you going to find all these people? Eric gave some great tips on how to build your list, but I'm just going to kind of boost it. What I've always shared with my team is we find our prospects from 4 different platforms. Number 1 is your hot and warm market. These are the first people we tap into. So as you are building your list in preparation for this bananas incredible training, Blitzathon, like, there's so many different names we could give it. The number 1 place, you start with your hot warm market. So set yourself up with 4 categories. Get you a notebook devoted just to this. And the first category, the first platform you're looking for people is your hot and warm market. These are the people you know, right? Your phone, A to Z, your social media. Numbers 2, this is our biggest platform for finding people for our network marketing business, because you have the world at your fingertips. So the number 2 platform you are building and adding your list with is social media. Number 3, face-to-face. We see people every day, Walmart, the post office, the mall, when you were voting, like, everywhere you go, there are people and they need what you have to share with them, right? So make those connections and add those names to your list. And then the 4th is finally networking. These are the places where you've gone to events. There's networking groups. Jessie Lee tapped into groups and finding your people, the people that you connect with, the people that you can build with. That's your 4th platform. And you can find them all through social media. Go be a joiner. Join those groups that have the same likes and interests. Making connections through your network marketing, guys. Go find the people that you would love to have on your team. Prospecting with purpose. So as you're building this list this week, I encourage you to divide it up with those 4 platforms and fill your list from people with all 4 of those platforms. They're different people, guys. And if you are not tapping into every one of these platforms, you are leaving money on the table. So I'm ready. Who is ready? I am so excited. I can't stand myself, Eric. This is going to be epic. Epic.
Right? It's going to be amazing. And you're going to make it amazing. Thank you, Ann. I appreciate you very much. I have 3 more. If you can hang out with me for a little bit longer, I have 3 more top trainers that are going to give you tips. And then I'm going to show you how to get $2,000 worth of my best-selling courses. You ever heard about how to recruit 20 people in 30 days? That course, I'm going to give you that course for free. I'm going to show you how to get $2,000 worth of courses plus a Backstage pass into the Gopro recruiting challenge for free as soon as these 3 people are finished giving their tips. And I'm watching the comments, and please, we're going to teach you this also. Don't be a spammer. Don't be somebody who's just slamming your company link or come join me. Really? You're going to try and recruit people inside of this live? What are you doing? Hello. This is not, so whoever trained you that don't follow that training. It's really, really a bad idea. So I don't want to help you. I don't want to start calling people out, but I'm gonna. So don't, okay? Be a pro. All right, let's go next to Mr. Tom Chenault. This gentleman is, let me tell you about his numbers. 1,300 personal recruits, 227,000 distributors, over 1.3 million customers. Tommy, tell me how people can prepare.
You know, I think that this next few days going into the challenge are more important than the challenge itself. Because right now we're all driving around in a Volkswagen and we are about to jump into a Ferrari on the 11th. And so the first thing to do is get registered and pay that $99 and get after it. Because
you don't have to pay the $99. I'm going to show them how they get it for free.
Oh, okay, well, all right, Eric, great. I'm
going to show them how, but get into the challenge.
See, I didn't even do that right. Okay, so here's the deal. whatever he's doing, do it. Because I'm telling you one thing right now, this lead up is the most important thing. And what I do is I don't have any notebooks. I completely have everything 100% digitized. I know your blood type if we've talked on the phone. And then I just have this thing roll up and I touch everybody with something about their life to remind them that I love them. And then when we hit this ground running on the 11th, I'm going to be going 1,000 miles an hour, reminding people that they can step into this challenge and absolutely change their life, not using their filter of Tom Chenault, but using the filter of Pete Vargas, of Grant Cardone, of Sylvester Stallone, and all these incredible people. And this VIP thing that he's talking about right now in the background, I'm talking to Tony and Sarah and Ann Fisher and John Herenzma and Jesse Lee and Rachel and Ricky and Francois and Brian Carruthers. I feel like a big shot. Alexi, Brooklyn, Stormy. I am telling you, you're going to get to play in that league. And once you realize they're only human beings, everything shifts. Because these people are just like you and I. They just have a little more experience in doing what Eric's going to show next week. And they're all giving it to us for free. I am telling you, it will be the best game in town. But you got to get ready for it right now by loving the heck out of people and remembering things about them to touch them with. Thanks, Eric.
Tom, one thing you're so good at, and what I recommend with everybody, when you have these conversations, and I'm seeing a lot of people saying, I was going to do 250, and now I'm going to do 1,000. I was going to do 100, and now I'm going to do 250, is what I would just tell you is listen to what Tom said. Listen to these people. Ask them questions. Don't just fire stuff at them. How is your life? What's going on? Is this freaking you out? How are your kids? Find out something that you can file away to be able to build a closer relationship with that person, build trust, and then you can transfer belief. Whoever is doing this Roosevelt wins coin, I'm going to pound you. I'm telling you, don't make me come get you. Whoever's moderating the Network Marketing Pro page, find that person and block them. Knock it off. Anyway, forever. Name that movie. Forever. Sandlot. So anyway, let's go to Ricky and Francoise. Ricky and Francoise, what is your tip? These guys have also broken all the records, 504 personal recruits. They've turned into a huge business. Ricky and Francoise, what's your tip? And then we're going to go to Stormy.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Eric. We are so excited to be here. There's something so powerful about a big group of people moving the same direction with the same goals and desires. And so we're really super excited to be part of this. And I think, one of my favorite sayings, and this came from my father, is, when I was growing up, he said, there's no such thing as luck. It's when preparation meets opportunity, right? And so today, for all of you guys out there, we are preparing for success, right? So we want to plan our work and work our plan. Eric has given us everything we need. Those 10 things, you need to write them down, but you need to put them in action. There's so many times people sign up for a gym, they get all the equipment, they get the gear, but they never show up for the actual action. And that's what I want from you guys. I want you guys to challenge yourself not to quit, right? Make this moment, that moment for you in time where you go out and you change your life, you change your situation. Nobody's going to do it for you. When you're picking up the phone and you're calling these people, do it scared. I can remember the first time I ever started in network marketing. My first call, I sat in a room by myself on the floor with on the phone, just like this, shaking. And I actually whispered. You know why? Because I was so nervous to call that person. I was even nervous of hearing my own voice. So just go out there, guys. Put space in your day for this. Just don't make that plan. Find the time that you're going to do it, right? You could say, hey, I want to lose 10 pounds to get a gym membership, but never show up. So if you don't have it in your schedule, you're not going to go. You're not going to show up. And make sure you're doing revenue producing activities, right? Each call that you make should not be 15, 20 minutes. You don't need, if you had 2 hours to put in this a day, if you do 15, 20 minutes per call, you're making like 3 calls, right? So these should be quick phone calls that just and that puts you in massive action.
Yeah, and I want to talk about the title of the event. The title of the event is Recruiting Challenge. I don't believe recruiting is the challenge. I believe the challenge is you, because what I've witnessed in this profession, 100% of the time, why people do fail in this, they don't want to become a professional. They decide that they want to recruit for a day, a week, 2 weeks, 6 months. They don't decide to recruit the whole time they're in this profession and become a professional. Everybody that you've watched on this Zoom today, they decided to become a professional, just like Eric says, not a poser. And guess what? Now they are sharing a live Zoom with Eric Worre because they chose to go out and share this beautiful profession. And if you do, you can love this profession now, but I promise you, you will fall madly, deeply in love with this profession if you decide to go out and recruit, because recruiting is the answer. It will answer all your dreams, all your freedom. And the more you recruit, the more friends you pick up, the more income you pick up, and the more freedom you have in life. And here's what I've realized, that 99% of the people that I share this business with, they're looking for some version of freedom. So when you go out and share this profession, I guarantee you 99.9% of the people you share it with are looking for freedom too. Go be relentless, show up, and understand that the challenge is you.
Right. I love that. The challenge is you, number one. And number two, do it scared. I love that. That's so well said. Thank you for saying that. We have 2 more, and then I'm going to show you how to get $2,000 worth of courses, plus a free Backstage pass for the GoPro Recruiting Challenge. And I'm watching the comments. Yes, the GoPro Recruiting Challenge is free. Free, 100% free. Go to GoProRecruitingChallenge.com, register for it, and you're going to get training like this for 7 days, very specific, to help you achieve a recruiting outcome during the 7 days, okay? A Backstage pass, a VIP experience inside that 7-day experience is $100, but I'm going to show every one of you how to get that for free before we're done. Let's go to Tony and Sarah Zalecki. Tony and Sarah, these guys are not only amazing, 312 personal recruits, 30,000 plus distributors, over 500,000 customers, but they're the biggest hearted people I know. Tony and Sarah, give everybody your tip, and then we'll go to Stormy to close it up.
Awesome.
We'll close up this piece.
Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm so motivated. I don't know about any of you guys, but I am so excited about this challenge. You know, I look at, you know, when I first got involved in this business 20 years ago, like Eric talked about, I was crawling for 5 years. And it was because I was doing it onesie-twosies, and it was freaking painful. And the minute that I decided to, what Eric teaches about recruiting in bunches, everything changed, the energy, the excitement, the momentum in my business. And so I know a lot of you were like me. I wanted to get good at this business. And you know, the way that you get good at recruiting is you talk to a lot of people. So this is the best incubator for us to be able to be in and just be around the fire. And I want to share a tip with you guys. I know Eric talked about lists. A lot of you guys talked about, have heard about a list, but this is what I want you to know. I was never on the person that brought me in the business. I was not on his list for a year. I was not on his list. He did not have Sarah Zalecki on his list, because you know why? Because he had already decided that it wasn't for me. So my number one tip that I want to tell you is, guess what? You don't get to decide who says yes in this business. You do not get to decide. Like, that is not your job. The only thing in this like profession I tell people that you can control is who you talk to. And so I tell people every day, you have to look at your business as like a bus. And you are the bus driver, and you are driving the bus. And all you get to do is open the door every day and invite people on the bus. And some people are going to get on, and some people aren't, and some people are going to get on and then jump off, right? It's just the way it is. But it's so important for us to know, like, we can't cherry pick the list. I mean, your job is, you just have to make sure that you connect with everyone and then let them decide for themselves, because every single one of you, you have a Tom Chenault that you have not put on your list. Every single one of you have a Tony Zalecki that you have not put on your list. And so I just want to tell you, like, don't do what my ex-boyfriend did a long time ago and said, oh, you know, he already had decided it for me, because here I am 23 years later, more excited about the profession. And I know that even though, you know, we've been around for a while, like, I know that we're still just getting started.
Yeah. And I'll say this, Eric, you know, the next 7 days are the most important days of your life, because you've got this free recruiting challenge happening. And a lot of you are signed up, but your team isn't signed up, and your peers and the people that are around you every day that do this business with you, they're not signed up. So first thing you got to do is you got to get more people signed up to be a part of this with you. And you got to, you know, stop being cool. I was cool for a long time and I didn't make any money. I was broke. And once I go, you know what, I'm done being cool. I'm going to talk to everybody. I'm getting everyone involved. I'm bringing them here. I'm letting them see what's going on. And I know they're going to have an amazing experience. So the tip I'll give you is this. People ask all the time, well, what can I do for people, you know, to attract to me, or people that want to join me and build with me? Two things. You got to be consistent. You got to be reliable. And everything Eric talked about in these leaders the last 90 minutes, you can leave this Zoom right now, go be consistent every day with your conversations, with your social media, with your texts, with your emails, etc. And you can get another 10, 20, 30 people from your team signed up in this challenge with you. You can have your list ready to rock and roll come next week. And it's just you making that decision. So I just think about, if we all add 3, 5, 10 people from our team into this challenge, and the next week, we just grew the challenge by hundreds of thousands of people. With that, Eric, back to you.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thanks everybody for sharing this and tagging people and commenting and doing all that stuff. I have one more top trainer that's going to be training next week, going to be sharing some secrets right now. I want you to pay very close attention. This young lady's earning $1 million a month in network marketing. She's recruited over 4,600 people personally. She has over 25,000 personal customers. And she's going to share some secrets, but as soon as she's done, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how you can get a backstage pass into this event, a backstage VIP experience, and get $2,000 worth of my courses for free and close out 2020 stronger than you ever thought possible. Stormy Wellington, the floor is yours.
Hey, Eric. Hello. How's everybody doing today? So excited to be here with all of the superstars. Man, who would have thought there'll be a day I'll be able to share the platform with such amazing people. I'm so honored to be here, and I'm excited about what we're going to do collectively together. I believe one sound, one voice. We don't care about what company you are in. It's all about building the industry of network marketing. And I'm proud because I think we don't really people don't respect how this is a real profession. And so for us to come together, I think we are sending an incredible message for such a time as this. And so what I want to say real quick, I don't want to talk too much because I could talk a lot, is I believe that one of the number one deadly mistakes that people make in network marketing, especially when it comes to recruiting, is that they try to talk to everybody, you know, and thank you, Jesse, for taking some of my training, okay? I'm listening to Jesse, like I was gonna say some of that stuff, but we are so similar, girl. I love you so much. You're so amazing to me. I just told my daughter to follow you, but we're not talking to everybody in network marketing, okay? When you think you're talking to everybody, you're actually talking to nobody. And so what I teach my people is to talk to your type, okay? Talk to your type. Type attracts type. For example, I'm in a company that is amazing. I'm not gonna say the name of my company, but when you look at my company from the outside looking in, it is African-American dominated. It's very sexy for the most part. And why? It's because the leaders are very sexy. The leaders are African-American. And so I tell the owner of my company, if you want to get some more white people, we need to get a leader that's white. That makes a lot of noise. And so, to be honest with you all, I tell my story a lot. I'm an ex-stripper, you know, I'm an ex-shoplifter, I'm an ex-credit card scammer, I'm an ex-professional baby mama. You know, I used to work as a TSA agent. I did customer service. I did everything, you know. And so when I talk, I'm very transparent. Most people will be ashamed to tell their high school dropout story. You know, most people will be ashamed to tell that they had their first child at 15, 3 baby daddies. You know, I remember being on food stamps, Section 8 and WIC, but not me. I tell that story all the time. I'm excited to tell that story. As a Black woman, I am proud to say that I have recruited personally in this company 4,680 people as of 5 minutes ago. I have 25,287 customers personally, and my downline is over 569,000 people. And guess what? I'm excited to be partnering with you, Eric, because I'm gonna be teaching on my day, on my time, and I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth. So my homework assignment to you all will be this. Piggyback on what Jessie said, do the 3 things that she said. But in addition to that, use a strategy that I call HEEM. Write this down, HEEM. Every time I post, I'm asking myself, number one, what am I looking to get from this post? Who am I looking to talk to in this post, okay? I post 4 to 6 times a day. Some people think that's crazy, but guess what? It's crazy to recruit over 4,600 people too, right? So I'm not talking to the people that got a problem with me posting a lot. I post for the people that's looking for my message. So the H in HEEM is humility. You got to be humble. Find humility. Find a reason and a way to talk humble to your crowd. The E is entertain. Find a way to entertain them. I'm loving what Jessie's doing with the painting of the face and all of that. It's like, what the hell is she doing? But she knows what the hell she's doing, okay? The other E is educate. Find a way to give something to the industry. Find a way to lend some information so people will be thirsty for you. They will be salivating for what you got to give them, but you got to do this every day. And the M is motivate. Are you motivating the people today with your message that you post 4 to 6 times a day? And consistency is key. If you do this every day, you too can be a network marketing rock star. So thank you so much, Eric. I'm excited. I cannot wait until we start. Listen, the goal is 5 million people. I believe that we're going to crush that goal. This industry is about to explode in 2021. They better get ready for us crazy network marketers because we're coming and we're coming with a vengeance.
The biggest recruiting week in network marketing history. That's if all of you share, if all of you smash the share button, let people know, GoPro Recruiting Challenge, it's free, okay? You're gonna get your butt trained off. When you click on that link and you register, you're gonna get all the information necessary to know when and how and what and who and all that stuff. Now, I wanna show you how to get $2,000 worth of my courses for free. I wanna show you how to get a backstage pass into the GoPro Recruiting Challenge for free. It's normally $97. I wanna show all of you how to attend this for free. Here's how I view this challenge. I view this challenge like a 1-2 punch, okay, to close 2020. The 1 is this 7-day challenge. And 2 is the virtual GoPro event that we're doing December 11, 12, and 13. When you guys have a recruiting breakthrough and your whole team comes to GoPro in December, it's game over. 2021 is going to be the biggest year of your professional lives, okay? Let me tell you about GoPro real quick. December 11, 12, and 13. December 11, 12, and 13. 3 days. If you've attended GoPro before, put a number 5 into the comments. If you've attended GoPro before, put a 5 into the comments and type in what the event did for you, okay? This is the biggest event in network marketing as far as our profession rising up. In the last 10 years, it's gone from a couple hundred people to 20,000 people. We have the biggest leaders from around the world. December 11, 12, and 13, right? 9 hours a day of the best training in the world. We normally hold it at the MGM Garden Arena right here in Las Vegas. Now this year we can't because of COVID. So let me show you what we are doing in order to be able to make this event happen. We're gonna bring it directly to your home. As soon as you're done with this challenge, we're gonna, you and everybody else in your organization, we're gonna show you how to drive into this event to close the year strong and start 2021 even stronger. But let me show you first what we're gonna do. Can you throw up what we're building? We are currently building, where is it? It's coming. This is what we are currently building. This is a $20 million studio. $20 million, 62 feet around, 14 feet tall, LED screens. It's literally a spaceship to be able to deliver the event to you in your home. 9 hours a day, and you're going to learn the skills, mindset, strategy, leadership. You're going to leave there with a game plan to be able to totally change your life. If you've never been to GoPro, we're going to bring GoPro to you. December 11, 12, and 13. It's going to be the biggest event in network marketing history, biggest interactive online event in world history, and you need to be a part of it. So I want to make it impossible for you to say no to get a ticket. I know you're going to be a part of the challenge. I know you want to get a Backstage pass, but I want to make it impossible for you to say no to getting a ticket to GoPro. Okay? So first thing I'm going to tell you is a ticket for this 3-day event. You don't have to fly to Vegas. You don't have to pay for hotel, airfare, food, transportation, everything else. All you got to do is register and get a ticket. The link, and all the people on the different pages, put the link in and tag this link to or pin the link to the top if you can. virtualgopro.com. virtualgopro.com. One word. virtualgopro.com. Okay? Now, a ticket for this event is $297 US. That's it. 297 for 27 hours of the best training that's ever been released in network marketing history. Got some of the biggest thought leaders in the world, the best network marketing trainers in the world. You're going to get equipped and have a breakthrough from this challenge, and then we're going to smash it in GoPro. So I want you to get a ticket, $297, okay? And then when you see that link, I want you to click on it and start registering, because I'm going to give you something very, very special for people who register fast to get a link to this event. Okay, it's going to be great for you. Number one, if you register today, I'm going to give you $2,000 worth of my best-selling courses that I've ever created. Can you throw that up on the screen? The 2,000, the courses. Check this out. These courses I sell every day, and they're my best-selling courses. This is First Steps, How to Launch Your Business. I'm going to give it to you for free. You'll have it in 15 minutes. Unstoppable Confidence, $300 course. Mastering Objections, another $300 course. Social Media Mastery, another $300 course. 7 Skills in 7 Days, another $300 course. And my number one course I've ever created is How to Recruit 20 People in 30 Days. I've got one normal, a master course, and one just for women. $1,982 worth of courses I will give you for free if you get a ticket to GoPro today. $2,000 worth of courses I will give you for free. In addition, if you get a ticket to GoPro, I will give you free Backstage access to the challenge. If you get a ticket to GoPro today, I will give you free access to the GoPro Recruiting Challenge Backstage VIP experience. Okay? So you can't, I mean, how can I make it better than that? $297 for the best training in the world, delivered directly to your home in a $20 million studio that we're building just for you. I'll give you $2,000 worth of courses, plus I'll give you a $100 Backstage pass into the GoPro Recruiting Challenge. Come on. It's perfect. It's perfect. This 1-2 punch is amazing, and it's perfect. Pete Vargas, you were able to jump back on. Can you come on for a second, Pete?
Yeah, I'm here, Eric.
Tell everybody what this is going to do for them. And I don't even know what numbers we've had just in this little warm-up training. Next week's going to be insane. We're going to break the internet. But right now, you know, what happened while we were doing this online, and what should people know about what I just described to them? A 1-2 punch that you helped me figure out.
Yeah, guys. I mean, listen, if here's the thing, Eric. First, let me talk about today. Close to 15,000 people live today. 190,000 people have seen pieces of the training today, is what Facebook is telling us. Next week, conservatively, let me get my statistical analysis out this day after the election. I'm going to say there will be 50,000 people live every single day during this challenge. And I truly believe next week, they're going to break the records around recruiting in 1 week. But here's the thing. In order to
that's just live. And that on top of that, there's probably going to be what, 400,000 or 500,000 that watch it over the 24 hours, right?
Every day that will watch it every day. Now, Eric, here's the thing. That's really good. But what makes it even better is I know what the agenda is for GoPro virtual. And here's what's crazy. It's one thing to go recruit, but now it's another thing to really build your business, build your team, build your company, build your leadership, build your communication, build all of this. So while recruiting is the thing in November, the holistic thing is the thing in December. So the recruiting is one piece. GoPro is the entirety. And so that's why I'm excited. And I don't even think you said something that I think is so critical. That little virtual state, that big virtual stadium that you're building and spending a lot of money on. Most times when people come to your event in December, I think it's several $1,000s to get like preferred seating. A lot of the people throughout the course of that week will be front row in front of you. Like you will be seeing them, they'll be seeing you, they'll be seeing each other, they'll be interacting. They're actually going to feel like they're in the room. And now they don't have to pay thousands of dollars of travel expenses, hotels, flights, and all of that. Eric, I think this is absolutely crazy what you did today. I will speak to this. I said, Eric, I think you need to throw in Backstage today and only through Friday. Because here's the thing, there's lots of people that will be backstage that are paying for it. And so what I want you to know, Eric, what they don't know is the insights that happen backstage from people like Les Brown and Grant Cardone, myself, Fraser, you, Dean Graziosi, Marie Forleo, the recruiters, all of these incredible recruiters, my friend Sarah and Tony back here, like all of them. Not only will they get to answer their questions, we're also asking backstage for people to pull back the curtain. Pull back the curtain on one thing that's like extremely powerful in your life right now, in your business right now. That's what's happening backstage. So Eric, here's the cool thing. If they can't be backstage every day, we're recording that and they will get access, lifetime access to all of the backstage recordings. I know your courses are amazing. I know that. And I want people to know what you just offered with Backstage is absolutely incredible. And I recommended on Friday that literally go away, meaning that Backstage pass go away for folks that, take action between now and Friday, because of the fact that Backstage will be, selling quite a bit of those because of that access that you get. Imagine going backstage with those people. It's just not possible, but that's what you're getting during the 7-day challenge. So Eric, that's my thoughts, man. It's unbelievable. I hope everybody's at the website right now picking up their ticket, and there's a VIP option at GoPro's at the virtual ticket as well. But like Eric said, a few $100s and you have your ticket and you have zero travel expenses from across the world, which is so powerful.
Yeah. And some people are saying that the site has crashed. Is the link, is it working? I don't know. We've hit it with a lot of people.
Already breaking the internet, man. Already breaking the internet.
Virtualgopro.com. Go there, get your ticket. And people are saying, well, are you saying is this free? Well, yeah. I mean, the Backstage pass is free. And the $2,000 worth of courses is free if you get a ticket. I will give you both of those things for free, $2,100 worth of stuff for free, if you get a ticket. If you don't, you can go buy it, and it's still going to be a great value. And the challenge is free for everybody, okay? So GoProRecruitingChallenge.com to get everybody into the challenge, virtualgopro.com to get into the GoPro experience. And we got people inside of all of the places where this is broadcasting that will go in and answer the questions. Give us some time because there's a lot of comments. Give us some time to be able to get through and to be able to reach you with the answers to your questions. But listen, a week from today, we're going to rock the network marketing world when this challenge begins. When you join, you're going to be brought into a special Facebook group. And inside of that Facebook group, we're going to be giving you some extra resources and training between now and the 11th. But on the 11th, it's bye-bye. We're going to crush it, okay? So get your ticket, virtualgopro.com. Make sure you register for the challenge, GoPro Recruiting Challenge. And we will see you next time. Love you all. Be well. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Thanks all for helping with the training. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.